So my place is on the other side of them trees. I'm walking out to where I was telling you about. Went pause the last video. I meant for it to continue. I guess I'm gonna have to do like part 1, part 2. I just need to go show how far off my place is so you can understand how big that wall of fire is. How far my place is away. And it's hard to tell until you get up on the mountains or at the bottom of them. But I wanted to go show you, so I'm walking, which is saying a lot because a lot of times I'm so exhausted, like fighting health problem stuff with my energy. It's not just being tired, it's something way more than being tired. It's really weird. I can't stand it because I'm only 43. Anyway, so I'm gonna pause this one and then pick back up in a second. The last one, like I said, the last one I paused it and then put the screen to sleep because I thought I could unlock it and then pick back up from where I left off, and come to find out it stopped the video instead of paused it. So anyway, be right back. A little out of breath. Those mountains I showed you, this is them. And fire was all the way up there. Hang on, we're almost there. It's a long walk. Well, I can see where I was going, but it looks like these pine trees have grown a lot since I was last here. They used to be about head high, and when I get up on the top of that, you can see our place and how tiny it is. And again, there's the mountains. I mean, I'm right at the foot of the mountains that you seen when I was first recording in the first video. And that fire was so high, it was like way behind these mountains. And it was so high, it looked like it was already touching the mountains, but it wasn't. It was still far off. All right, I made it to where I was trying to go. That was rough. Anyway, right here you used to be able to look right down through there, see our place. But right here you can see an equivalent distance. It's like right there, if you were looking out that way, right about there would be about how far away our place is. Just to show you how big that wall of fire is. Puts it into reference. So right there. And then you can see top of the mountains right there. And let's see if I can see it this way. Yeah. Alright, right there. So it was still a long ways behind that mountain. And our place is over that way. But as far as driving, when I got my family to the vehicle where I was telling you, and I made it down the road, I made it as far as to over there somewhere. Yeah, we still got hit with the fire and died. And it was moving so, even though it was way far behind that mountain, it was moving so fast that it only took seconds to make it to us. Yeah, and then in the end, the only thing that saved us was by me not running, by me not trying to run with my family. Instead, the moral of the story is get them to Jesus, because he's the one that's going to save them. Jesus will save them. I couldn't save them. I tried over and over again. But as soon as I took them out there and trusted in Jesus to save my family, is when that force field popped up around us. And we didn't get burnt. We didn't feel no heat, no pain. It didn't even touch us. And we were gone that quick, just by having faith in Jesus to save us, instead of us saving ourselves. There's Bible verses over that. Those who seek to save their lives will lose it. And those who lose their lives, it will be saved. So I gotta do some more videos because I got several dreams. Some of them came to pass, but I figured I'd make them anyway. My wife said I should be making them ahead of time, because a lot of these prophets that you hear as prophets, they don't say nothing ahead of time. They wait till, like every one of them was waiting till it looked like Trump was winning, and then they say, God told me Trump was going to win. Yeah, man, when the signs show it, how's that spiritual? That's pretty carnal, man, because everybody, the whole world, even the non-Christians, thought Trump was going to win. How's that God telling you something? That's not what a prophet does. A prophet will warn you stuff ahead of time, way ahead of time, before there's any signs. Way before there's any signs. At the time when everybody else thinks you're crazy. You know what I mean? That's what a prophet does. He's there to be a voice for God, to help people avoid problems. You know what I mean? And the Bible talks about, and then a lot of other people say when you go to tell them something bad might happen, unless or if they do this. You know, if is mentioned a lot in the Bible. Just everybody overlooks the if part, even though it's anywhere from 1,000 times to 1,500 times in the Bible. Still, they overlook the if part. So God will warn people and say if, and then the other people that says, well, you shouldn't be a prophet of doom and this, that, and the other. Well, my middle name is Amos, but it's not a prophet of doom if you're telling people if they don't do this, or if they continue this way, you'll go to the way God intends for you to go. But if you do this, there's destruction. That's what you're supposed to do. And then they'll throw up, well, the prophet's meant to edify the church. Are they? You know what the word edify means? You need to look up the word edify in Hebrew and Greek. Not Hebrew, but Greek. Pretty sure it means, correct me if I'm wrong, it means correction, right? Correction. To edify is to correct. You know, because if you leave the church uncorrected, what's happening? They're not edified. They're going downhill. But when you correct them, with love, they are then edified and elevated. So, but edifying comes with correction. and nobody wants to be corrected in America. Dude, everybody don't understand they're living in Babylon. They don't understand why George Washington, from the beginning, was in cahoots with the devil, dude. With the Freemasons and the Illuminati. All that junk. And the whole plan was freedom of religion, not for Christians, but so they can bring all these Greek religions in. All these demonic religions in. That was the whole plan from the beginning. Just like a devil in normal life, man. When he eats sin into your life, he does it like it looks innocent at first. And very subtle. Very slow. That way you don't notice. Because if you notice, you'll turn to Jesus. They don't want you to notice. Everything in America has been a trick. It's been a trick, dude. And you try telling people and they just look at you like a deer in headlights. The especially frustrating part is when Christians look at you like you're crazy. Christians. How do you have a carnal-minded Christian? How is that even in the same sentence? Carnal-minded Christian. How do you have that? That's weird stuff, man. Weird stuff. But anyway, I got about a 30-minute walk back home and I still got to go work. So, anyway, love everybody. And I'm sending this to Amber's channel, Cloud9 Blessings, and to Crystal's channel. I think it's Crystal for Jesus. It's the name of the channel. Anyway, I appreciate y'all's channels very, very much. Because where I'm at, it feels like a lot of times that I'm not ever getting to talk to anybody that I can relate to. And when I watch these dreams and visions, it makes me feel like I'm not the only one. And a lot of times I got to remind myself of Elijah. He thought he was the only one. And then God said that I've reserved for myself 5,000 that haven't bowed the knee to Baal. When he thought he was the only one. But it's just the way it is. I'd rather be alone and have Jesus than not be alone and not have Jesus. I'll tell you that. Anyway, love everybody. Sorry the video was long. So sorry. I just had to do it the way God put it in my head. Okay.